Never would have guessed. Some people have been a bit offended that the actor Lee Marvin is buried in a grave alongside 3- and 4-star generals at Arlington National Cemetery. His marker gives his name as rank, private in service, USMC, nothing else. Here's a guy who was only a famous movie star who served his time. Why in the heck does he rate burial with these guys? Well, following is the amazing answer. I've always liked Lee Marvin, but didn't know the extent of his core experiences. In a time with many Hollywood stars served their country in the armed forces, often in rear echelon posts where they were carefully protected only to be trotted out to perform for cameras in war bond promotions. Lee Marvin was a genuine hero. He won the Navy Cross at Iwo Jima. There is only one higher naval award, and that's the Medal of Honor. If that's a surprising comment on a true character of man, he credits his sergeant with even a greater show of bravery. Dialogue from The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson. His guest was Lee Marvin. Johnny said, "Lee, I'll bet you a lot of people are unaware that you were a Marine in the initial landing at Iwo Jima. And during the course of that action, you earned the Navy Cross and were severely wounded." Yeah, I got shot square in the bottom, and they gave me the cross for securing a hot spot about halfway up Suribachi. Bad thing about getting shot up on a mountain is guys getting shot hauling you down. But Johnny, at Iwo, I served under the bravest man I've ever known. We both got the cross that same day, but what he did for his cross made mine look cheap in comparison. That dumb guy actually stood up on Red Beach and directed his troops to move forward and get the hell off the beach. Bullets flying with mortar rounds landing everywhere, and he stood there as the main target of gunfire, said he could get his men to safety. He did this on more than one occasion because his men's safety was more important than his own. That sergeant and I have been lifelong friends. When they brought me off Suribachi, we passed, and the sergeant, he lit up a smoke and passed it to me, laying on my belly on the litter, and said, "Where'd they get you, Lee?" "Well, Bob, if you make it home before me, tell Mom to sell the outhouse." Johnny, I'm not lying. Sergeant Keyshawn was the bravest man I've ever known. The sergeant's name is Bob Keyshawn. You and the world know him as Captain Kangaroo. Don't equate making mistakes with being a mistake. There's no such thing as a successful person who has not failed or made mistakes. There are successful people who made mistakes and changed their lives or performances in response to them, so they got it right the next time. They viewed their mistakes as warnings rather than signs of hopelessness. Never making a mistake means you're never living life to the full. It's the voice that is telling you that you will, only can do, accomplish, or reach very little, or even worse, simply nothing. Thoughts create or magnetize our personality and attitude. Dominating thoughts will eventually reproduce them in outward physical actions and gradually transform into physical realities. The thoughts we have from the time we wake up will definitely determine our attitude and our day. We bring to our lives what we think about most of the time, and where we guide or focus our mind, that's where we'll end up. Luck favors the prepared mind. The best way to find out if you can trust somebody is just simply trust them. Take action now. If you're ready to increase your income, work from home to be with your family, pay off all your debts and bills, and provide more for you and your family, click the image below. Enter your email and watch the whole video as our friend Kevin explains the system. Your family really deserves it, and if I can do it, so can you. This is Vince Pangori.